So we are at the mall today. What are we doing? Obviously going shopping and learning more vocabulary. I know more vocabulary is something that you've blanked on in many conversations. For example, things like this. So many people think that this is an elevator because the sound is similar. And I remember as a child, I used to call it an alligator. Not because, it's similar sounding or it was fun for me, but because I thought they were one and the same thing, like the same word with two different meanings. Until my dad realized, like he used to think that I say this for fun, but then my dad realized this is fun. So cool, that I actually mean it when I say alligator, and then he corrected me. So we are here at the mall. I showed you the first thing. I'm gonna go back to the escalator. That is an escalator, the moving stairs. I've heard some people saying the moving stairs or the moving steps. By the way, there's a difference between steps and stairs, but this thing is entirely different from what you are referring to if you say stairs or steps, because this has a special name. And we're gonna go on it. All you do is just step on it and it's going to carry you to the top of the floor. It could be the other way around as well. It doesn't necessarily just take you to the floor above, but also to the floor below. I am actually stuck at this amazing scene. It's really eye-catching. Take a look at the decoration. I think like the lighting, the overall architect, the stores, the brand outlets, you can simply call them stores. Everything together looks really good, plus the people. So we're gonna spend some time learning new things, discussing a bunch of stuff, learning pronunciation while having fun. Stick around. So last time when I was filming in public, I struggled so much because I was using an iPhone to film, and on iPhones there's this weird unfeature that you cannot flip the camera while videoing. And I was videoing and I wanted to show you people the things that I was talking about, and I just couldn't flip the camera. Today before coming to the mall, I tried installing an app, but that isn't working either. I did not realize that it is a paid subscription, so I'm gonna have to work my way around. We're here at a footwear store. Actually, I'm not sure if they're comfortable me going inside and filming because they're dealing with a bunch of customers. So we're gonna take a look from here. The thing about footwear is that we don't really say footwears ever. If you're talking about varieties, then you can say like varieties of footwears, but still it is not common. You can simply say footwear to talk about a bunch of shoes. The word shoes, that's more common for men's footwear, but you can also use it for women's footwear, and it's actually completely fine to say it. And talking about heels, if you ever have to describe your heels, that you have really high heels on, you can simply say you're wearing tall shoes. And I prefer the word shoes because it is simpler. You just have to remember one word for all sorts of footwear, be it kids, men's or women's footwear. You know what I mean? We're walking toward the lift now, so I could show you the difference between an escalator, as you see right there, and the lift. I know many people understand the difference, but you also have to see the general build-up of both the things, even though they serve the same purpose, generally speaking. They take you from one floor to another, but this is a lift. Elevator is a perfectly fine alternative for a lift, but lift is more commonly used in India. This is a lift or an elevator. So you press the button. Here's the button. You press the button, and then the elevators, whenever it is free, it's gonna be on your floor. The door opens, it's all automatic. You get inside, and then you press another button. So it can take you to the floor that you want to go. For example, if I want to go to the floor above mine, I'm gonna press 4 because I guess I'm on the 3rd floor right now. I'm gonna spill some tea on Indians, and I guess this is only common in India. What happens during summers when it is really sunny and hot outside? Many people, especially young people, just walk inside a mall or a supermarket just so they can sit under the AC for some time. I know it. I've been to several supermarkets or malls just so I can take a walk inside the supermarket and talk to my friends and just like casually hang out and eat something at the end of the session without having any plans for buying anything. That's what I'm trying to say. And I don't have a problem with it, you know. A lot of people like to hang out with their friends at malls and stuff. I've done that myself, so I'm the one to speak. But if this happens in your country as well, I want you to comment, but I know Indians do that. All right, so I'm randomly taking a walk because I'm here with my family. My dad's not here because he's a lawyer and he had a case later this evening, so he's not gonna be back until 7 p.m. I guess, and it is only 5 right now. So my mom's actually going to buy something from this home decor store. There are several stores in here. Like I said, you can call them brand outlets, but stores, obviously, just like shoes, it is one term for all. You know what I mean? So my mom is somewhere around here. Home center, you can call it home decor center. And I'm dropping the T, if you noticed, because I'm saying it in the American style, where you drop the T when it comes after an N in an unstressed syllable, not every time. So I'm actually gonna go talk to my mom and I'm going to keep filming, and the next thing we're gonna talk about is clothes. Actually, I see a clothing store in here and we can just talk about it right now. Let me show you something from here. So this is a store that sells, it is called Meena Bazaar. There is a song with this name. Okay. Anybody who's watching from outside India might find it very fascinating and colorful because it is truly vibrant. These are Indian traditional attires, or obviously for females. Now, the thing that I wanted to teach you related to clothes is the pronunciation first off. Obviously, in India we call it clothes, but in America they say clothes, which is actually becoming the most common pronunciation worldwide. So don't be confused if you ever hear any of the speakers say clothes for talking about their attire. It is the same pronunciation as close, like close the window, close the door. So yeah, it is what it is. And the thing about clothes is that it is not my habit to purchase from malls. I usually prefer online shopping because first off, there aren't a lot of people who shop at stores in my city. This is not common in practice, even though I have a bunch of friends who like to do it. And when I go out with them, they always try to get something for them, you know, like a t-shirt or maybe a sock. They just cannot get out of the mall without a bag in their hands. I am not one of them. I just like taking a walk, and sometimes I go upstairs. On the top floor there's a food court, and also the people who just randomly enter this air-conditioned building to get the breeze, they mostly end up at the food court, which is on the top of the building. We're gonna go there next and probably order something and have a lot of fun. See you. So I'm gonna step on the escalator, go up and see what they have in the menu, even though I know the menu. Can you see this? This is the handrail or the railing of the escalator, and I have my hand fixed in there with a tissue because I want to see if there's some dirt on it. There's obviously some dirt because I've seen some videos of people sticking their tissue on the railing and it's really nasty. It comes out really nasty. Let's check. Okay, not nasty at all. And also there is a cleaner guy in here. They really maintain the cleanliness here. Appreciate it, appreciate it. This is the theater area. And I was just talking about this to my mom yesterday. We're actually going to, no, we are planning to watch a new movie that's called Raid 2. Indians would know what I'm talking about. I watched the first movie, I liked it. I'm probably gonna watch the second one as well because it's a regular watch for me. It's a thriller, you know what I mean? I'll try to film that, but we are not here for that today. Alrighty, my brother's signaling me to go up. We're gonna go up and try some food now. These are restaurants. Wrong lane. Okay, these are restaurants on the side, and the thing that I've heard about this restaurant is so weird. I don't know if you could see the name, I'm not so tall, but it is actually called Tickled Pink. Yeah, Tickled Pink, I guess. Never entered it. And I've heard that you get everything in pink in here. For example, biryani, you get red biryani. Sorry, pink biryani. You get pink cakes, which is not so bad. But you know, pink is a gross color for food, not gonna lie. So I don't think I'm ever going to eat here. This one looks good. Yeah, this sounds like a Mughlai name, and Mughlai food is very rich, a little spicy, but it's actually really tasty. We're going up the escalator, not the elevator again. And now we're here at the food court. It's really colorful and a bit crowded in here because I said everybody that comes to the mall ends up here. But okay, this side's empty. This side's almost empty. And they have, again, they have brand outlets. This is, I really like momos from Wow Momo. Wow Momo or Momos? Okay, Wow Momo. But I just don't feel like having it today, probably because I had it several times last week, so I'm gonna order something else. For those of you who do not know what momos are, they're actually dumplings. Maybe there's a difference, but I wouldn't know because I've only had momos. But you know, I'm going based on the shape. Somebody who's eaten momos and dumplings both would be able to tell the difference, because you know, some people might think, why are you complicating things? They're the same thing, yeah? We wouldn't know because I used to call tiramisu a pastry, and I got corrected and a bit humbled by my Italian student one time because I said, I know there is this very famous Italian dessert which is a pastry, a coffee pastry. This looks good. And it's called tiramisu, isn't it? And he says it is not a pastry, we just call it tiramisu. Then, okay, is it strict? He said, yeah, it is strict. Italians are really strict with their food names. So if you pronounce ganuki as not gnocchi, they can take offense. Okay, oh my god. I'm taking rounds in here and I'm finally gonna settle down, order something. I'm not hungry, but I will probably order something because, you know, when you have a sibling, you're always in a competition. So I'm gonna order something and show you what I got, okay? So I ended up getting momos again and a bottle of water, from here. Like I said, I really like it, but I thought I wouldn't have it today. We have other options like Subway, KFC, and I'm not gonna eat meat today, so my options are very limited. That's why I had to get these team momos. One thing to learn about this type of a cafeteria style restaurants is that these are self-service. So you make an order and then they'll call your name. You can go pick up and enjoy your meal. So now I'm gonna go snack and I'll probably try to film one more clip when I am downstairs.